Your walls do not have to be boring. They can have depth, texture, interest, and make your builds look absolutely fantastic. In this video, I'm going to show you how to do it. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, depending on what time you're watching this next tutorial from me, Avomance. And I'm looking forward to showing you how you can make walls look brilliant. Seems like a really simple thing, doesn't it, to make a wall look good, but actually it makes such a massive difference to your builds. If you enjoy this video, please do remember to hit that like button. It really helps out the channel. Make sure you share it on social media, and if you haven't already, it'll be amazing to see you in the sub club. But without further ado, let's get on with these walls, and I'm going to show you right from the start of a really plain wall all the way up to something that looks absolutely brilliant. And I'm interested to see what you have done with adapting these walls. So down in the description, leave me some comments, maybe even tweet me some pictures. It'll be great to see what your thoughts are. Let's get on with these walls. Now, we've all been there when we just started Minecraft. We built walls out of just a number of blocks that went across and up and were really flat, and that's okay. Buildings sometimes do need big flat walls, but to make a building really interesting, a wall like this just isn't going to work. It's a standard wall, it's 4 high, it's 5 across. There's nothing unusual about this kind of wall, but we can make it so much better, and just by doing a few little things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through the stages of change that can make your walls look really good. We're going to start off with some kind of rustic walls, and then we'll move on to more kind of medieval stony walls. So the next wall, all we've done here is we've just edged it. You can see it's exactly the same size. It's 4 by 5, but we've edged it with some actual wood, giving it a little bit more texture and colour, and already it started to look better, but it's still not great. So next, we give it a little bit more texture. We've put some stone brick down at the bottom just to make it look like it's actually been constructed, and that works really well, but we want more. So what do? We give it a little bit more depth. Now this looks a little bit strange. In fact, I almost prefer that wall to this one if it's just like this, but what you've given now is a 2-block depth of that wall, and that actually works really well to start to pop these walls out, but you've got to develop it. So let's go one step further. We're going to put a window in it. It's given us even more depth by using upside down steps and normal steps. You can see we've got the glass there that's looking really quite nice set in to that inside wall, and the difference that's made between that wall and that wall is just absolutely huge, but we can do so much better. So the next wall, yeah, we've started to step just a couple of steps. The only difference between that wall there and that wall there is 4 steps, 2 oak and 2 brick. Nothing else, but look how much different it looks. Look how much more effective that looks. But you can go so much further. And here we are. We've taken it just a little bit further. We've created a greater overhang. We've now got 3 depth on this wall. We've got 1, 2, 3 depth on the wall, and it's starting to really look absolutely fantastic with the slabs at the top, the upside down steps. It's starting to look like a really great wall, and if you start to add these together on some of your builds, along maybe wider stretches of wall, maybe you want to make them 7 wide or 9 wide or 11 wide, nice odd numbers always work best, remember, then you're going to have something that looks fantastic. And then we can really make it look great, bring in some vines, wooden trapdoors. They look like they're blinds. The vines look fab. This is a great way to finish off your structure, your wall, build it around, grab some doors, and you can make a cottage or even a big rustic mansion that will look absolutely fantastic using these walls. But sometimes you don't want to do rustic, you don't want to use wood, you want to do like a castle or a fort or something a little bit more medieval and stony and substantial, but the same rules apply. Just like before, we have got a stone wall. It's 4 high, but I've made this one 7, because what I've found actually, if you're going to do a medieval wall or a stone wall, 5 wide rather than 7 wide doesn't quite work. See, 7 repeats are much better than 5 repeats with stone. 7 repeats on wood also work really well, but look how bland that is. It just looks like a cliff face. That's no good. We need to do something to it. So what do? First off, we've just brought some brick in. Now the brick gives it some texture, some structure. Still looks pretty flat, but actually it's starting to get better. Let's go one step further. Done exactly the same thing as we did on the previous walls. We've inset that brick, and actually this inset of brick looks better than the wood, I think, because stone structures tend to look better when they're more angular, but we can make them look way better than that. So what are we going to do? We're going to bring in just some steps, but rather than do it up facing ourselves, we've done them to the side, and we're creating what's, I guess, almost pillar-like with this brick kind of effect there, and we've got some shape. It looks really quite nice, but we can do so much better than that. So let's go to the next level of detail, and that's to make those kind of stone pillars into almost true pillars. Bring it out even further. We've now got a depth of 3. Again, that depth of 3 is a great number. You can make it 4 or 5 if you want, but 3 is definitely something you want to be striving for when you're making a wall. We've brought in some stone slabs just to kind of knock off the top and the bottom, and if you're going to start building forts with long walls that you want to walk along, that is a really great way to make a good structure. But how much further can we go? We can give another level of depth, and we've cut out just a hole, but 3x2 hole, and put in some more steps in there and put some diorite behind it. It gives another texture. We've got the stone on the columns, we've got the brick on the wall, now we've got the diorite behind the wall, and it looks great. You could have that as a window if you wanted. You could have it open. It's entirely up to you what you want to do with it, but it's a really nice way to start to give it just another level of texture. But it's not enough. We want more. So what are we going to do? We're going to bring in some mossy brick. It brings some colour, brings another level of texture, and we've also put a torch into that diorite window, and now it looks like a really effective wall. And I think you could probably be very proud of that if you ever used it on a, I don't know, maybe a fort or a castle or some kind of ruin build. It would work beautifully, especially with that mossy brick as part of a ruin. I think you'd be really effective, and I'd be really interested to learn what you do to adapt this even further. Your ideas are going to be fantastic, and I really look forward to you tweeting me some pictures or talking about them in the comments below. So that brings us to some walls that are even more detailed, and all this is a repeat of the previous wall. We've taken out the diorite behind, and we've put in some steps to give it some extra depth, and we've brought in here some metal fencing, some iron fencing, to give what looks like almost a prison style, but certainly a far more secure looking build. Everything else is pretty much the same. We've put in some extra slabs to make it look a little bit wider, but that is how to build out a wall that would look absolutely superb on any kind of stony build. That's it. So simple. Build out your walls, make them look just a little bit more zingy, get some depth, get some different blocks, different structures, make sure you mix it up and they all work together with a good palette, and you're going to have some fantastic builds in your future. Now, if you've enjoyed that video, please do remember to slap that like button really hard. It helps the channel out so much when you hit the like button. And actually, I don't know if you enjoy it unless you hit the like button. I can't do more videos of the same that you like because I don't know, and that's crazy. Leave me some comments below. Tell me what you think, good or bad. Really enjoy listening to what you say, and I answer all the comments. I swear to you I do. So please do let me know what you think. Remember, if you share it, other people can bring some comments as well, and it'd be great to grow those comments and make sure that we can all share exactly what our best ideas are. And if you haven't already, make sure you hit that sub button. It'll be fantastic to see you in my sub club and on my notifications list, and I will see you in another video. You take it easy now. Bye.